Hello everyone, how are you guys doing? Welcome back to another reaction episode of Dark. This is Hard Live, my name is Matt. Finale time for season 2. I believe it's episode 8, yeah? There's no 10 episodes this season, it's only 8. So we're here, we're doing it, it's happening. Okay, so recap of previous episode. Previous episode was the White Devil. We finally found out who the White Devil was, which was one of the things that was mentioned across the episodes, but it wasn't given that much importance. And it turned out to be Claudia. And we actually saw what was the first fucked up thing that Claudia did, which was murder her father. She murdered Egon. And here's the thing about Egon is that, okay, so we knew that Egon was gonna die. We also knew that Egon got cancer. And then he also started doing chemo. And he died not because of the cancer, not because of the chemo, not because of anything about it. Claudia literally just pushed him into like a table or whatever, and he just like slammed his head and he just bled out. And that was it. Like, it didn't take a lot. So here's the thing about Claudia killing Egon is that it wasn't intentional, but it was a matter of like Claudia knew he was gonna die, and she still caused it, which is like, come on, like I understand that is the theme. I mean, not even the theme of the show, but like the theme of like this time travel thing in general, you know? Like, you try to stop something from happening and you actually cause it, you know? Like, this is usually how these stories go. It's been happening multiple times, but it's still like, come on, Claudia, you know better. You know better. Regardless, that happened. And the thing, what sucks about that is that Egon, like, fucking put the entire puzzle together at the last second. He was like, there's something at the caves. That man was always trying to go back to the caves. And we got confirmation that he believed in time travel, at least by previous episode. He was like, you know, Back to the Future? What if I told you that that was real? Not the car part. We can forget about the thing about the car. But time travel itself. What if it was real? And so he believed time travel was real. And then he put together the thing about the caves. But the thing is that he got into a fight with Claudia. Because Claudia is a scientist, you know? And she's not a scientist, but she's a woman of science. And she was like, don't... Okay, so Egon wanted to call to the police and tell them to search the caves. And then Claudia said, no, fuck you, you don't know what's in the caves. And she's like, listen, we are at the edge of like an amazing scientific discovery, something like that, and you know, you would be compromising it. Like, what you would be doing would be worse than what... So, okay, she got into a fight with Egon over the fact that she's like, you are not going to get in the way of this scientific discovery. Something like that. Something along those lines. I don't remember what the specific lines were, but that's where she was coming from. While Egon was coming from, yo, this time travel shit's fucked up, which it is. Also, I just saw a spider. I'm going to try and kill it. Give me a second. Fuck, I hate spiders, dude. I hate spiders so much. It's a small one, but it's on my keyboard. Okay, I got it. I got it. Don't worry, I didn't use my hands. I used like a piece of paper thing. It's dead. It's dead and sealed in here. Oh, I hope I didn't touch anything with that. Okay. No, I don't think I did. No, I didn't. Fuck, I hate spiders. Okay. So, and Egon was approaching it from like, yo, this time travel shit's fucked up. Because he realized, like, that man came from the future, searching for his child, who was stuck in 86, and he got stuck in 53, and then they finally reunited, and when they were about to escape back to their time, I stopped. Essentially. That's essentially what happened. So it's like Egon realized he fucked up, and he actually said it. Like, I actually like that. He was like, I think I did a horrible thing, and he was like, because I don't understand. Like, I feel like I don't understand the world, and I'm doomed to not understand it. You know, like it's like Egon realized that fucked up shit and weird shit was happening, and he was like, I don't get it, but I know it's real. You know, which is the best thing we can possibly ask for in this show, because people are never going to nail down the specifics, but Egon actually understood that something was going on, and he, even though he fucked up multiple times, at the end of his life, he was like, you know what? I think I fucked up, which is, it's pretty good. Like, Egon, now that we actually have seen all of Egon's, like life, I guess, I could say that Egon is actually like a pretty good character, to me at least. Because like Ulrich always talks shit on Egon, and I like information that you get from these characters usually comes from like an unreliable narrator, such as Ulrich. Like Ulrich hates Egon for reasons that we've seen multiple times in the show. So the things that he has said about Egon are like usually negative, but seeing Egon is like a completely different thing. When we saw young Egon, he's pretty cool. We saw older Egon in 86 to 87, and he's ignorant, but he tries to do the right thing, usually fails at it, but he tried, you know? And that deserves some recognition. So, Egon, okay character. Claudia, a little bit on the fence on that one. Because the thing about Claudia is that the character of Claudia can be relatable at times, but then it's like you just murdered the dude for no reason. And I understand that it wasn't intentional, but you still did it. Like, you knew that he was gonna die, and also you caused it. Like, those two usually don't happen together. Like, if you can do anything about it. And like, the thing is that Claudia chose to not do anything about it and just stay there, and like get into a fight with the dad. And like, is she? The moment you get into a fight with a person that is predetermined to die on this day, it's like, you know what's gonna happen. And I understand that it's like the heat of the moment thing, but it's like, come on, Claudia. Okay, I'm just talking about Claudia and Egon here, but like, at the end of the episode, younger Jonah showed up in Claudia's house. Claudia was clearly shook about the whole situation. She was like crying, she was sad. Like, that's the thing about Claudia, is that she's not heartless. At least not right now. You know, younger Claudia is not heartless. You know, 87 Claudia. Contrary to Hannah, who is heartless. Because Hannah traveled to 54 and met Ulrich in like the mental institution. And Hannah was like, you don't want my vagina, do you? Alright, I'm just gonna leave your ass here. And then she left. That's all she did. She went to 54, met Ulrich, confronted Ulrich over the fact that Ulrich prefers his family over Hannah. Because of course he does. And then Hannah was like, fuck you. You know, Ulrich also even tried to lie. And I like that he tried to lie, because if I was Ulrich in that situation, I would have lied. I would have told this crazy woman anything she wanted to hear, just so she could get me out. But she didn't. Hannah is smarter than that. So she just said, "All right, I'm just gonna leave your ass here." And then Hannah stayed in 54, apparently. So Hannah is a character in 54 now. So she's just gonna live her life there. So I guess she escaped the apocalypse. I talked at the end of the previous episode too, but like, Hannah took the time machine, But we also have another time machine, which is the one that Magnus has, that he took from Bartosz. So there is another time machine that they can use in the future. Older Jonas can probably help them out with that. I don't know what they're gonna do, so we'll see. Um, but yeah, younger Jonas showed up in with in '87. Showed up at Claudia's house, and he said that he knew what Claudia did because older Claudia told him, and she also told him like he should come there, and then they have to leave to the future. I'm not sure where exactly they're gonna go, but I get a feeling it's gonna be 2052, or 50. Well, 53 because the world dies at 2020, so it would be 33. Yeah, 53. So I get a feeling they're gonna go there because we've seen older Claudia in the future. Yeah, so I think that's it. I've been talking for a little bit, been killing spiders. Yeah, I think I'm good. So yeah, I think we're ready to go. So Dark season 2 episode 8 finale. Let's go. That's it. That's it. Fucking fuck this show, dude. Like, okay, I hit my fucking toe when I lost my goddamn mind. Oh my god. I theorized this 2 episodes ago, didn't I? I did I theorize? I meant I for sure talked about it. I'm not sure if I went hard on it, but I definitely talked about it. Dude, fucking, damn it! Like, I talked about it for sure because I Claudia said like 2 episodes ago, I've seen what the world without you would be, and it's not what you think it is. And that sentence alone, that was just casually just thrown out there, just doesn't matter. I hung up to that, and I was like, wait a second. Are you able to travel to alternate timelines, Claudia? You know? And that hasn't been answered, but I guess it has. Oh my fucking god, I hate this show. I hate this show so much. It's so good. Dude, like, oh my god. It's like, okay, so I said it. I literally said it. If, if alternate timelines or like alternate universe happen, everything's just thrown out the window. Like, everything is thrown out the window. Literally everything. Nothing matters anymore. Or, like, it does matter, but how? That's the thing. It's like, okay, so... Dude, like, this show is just on some next level bullshit. Like, it's like... This show keeps you thinking that there are rules, and then it's like, fuck that shit. Like, at some point, someone just writing the show decided, you know what would be cool? If we just stop caring and we just do whatever. And that's what happened here. Right here in the final, like, 30 seconds. I was like, okay, okay. Oh, we need to... okay, what time is it? Damn it. I'm just fucking wide awake. I'm just like, okay, I have like, I don't know, like, not much time to talk about, not enough time to unpack everything that just happened. Multiverse is happening. Here's the thing, is that when we expand from, so we have time travel, okay? You go into time travel, then you go into the concept of timelines. And then when you go into the concept of timelines, you acknowledge either a specific rule. And you can go into either the one timeline rule, when it's like everything happens the way it's supposed to. Even if you try to stop it, that's how it goes. Because like it's set, you know? or you can go the multiple timelines, where if you change something, a timeline with that everything is the same up to that point, the one thing you change divides, and then you get two timelines, okay? Two branches, and then there you go. And then whatever happens in this branch happens in its own way, and then this one happens in its own way, right? So that's how multiple timelines work. But then when we start getting into parallel universes, which might as well be multiple timelines, by the way, it's like the same thing. When you start getting into that fucking point, it's like, because this show seems to have been the entire time. But I'm gonna get my glasses back that way. I just fucking threw them all. I don't fucking know where they are, honestly. It would be some shit if they were broken, honestly. It would be. It would be really funny if Dark made me break my glasses. So, because the show the entire time seemed to have been working on the rule of single timeline, of things go the way they're supposed to go no matter what. And we even see it at its peak with Noah in this very episode. Because Noah brought a gun to Adam and he was like, I'm gonna fucking murder your ass. And he tried to kill him and he couldn't. Because the gun, like, jammed. Or, like, maybe the safety was on, but then he tried to, like, remove it, right? So, like, the gun jammed, I guess. And it's like, that worked on JoJo rules. That is 100% one-to-one what happened in Sleeping Slaves JoJo. So, where the rule is essentially, like, even if you try to change things, it's not gonna happen because fate has predetermined this one line to go this way, and you can't change it even if you try. Like, even if you are doing the action, even if you try to kill yourself, it's not gonna work. The gun is gonna jam. Like time is an actual, like, entity that refuses things to go the way it's not supposed to, you know? That seems to be the way the show has been working, and it was reinforced by that gun scene with Noah. But then alternate timelines, right? Parallel universes. But is it a different universe or a different timeline? Is there any difference between those two even? This show has a lot of explaining to do. This show has a lot of explaining to do. That's what I'll say. Because I don't understand many things. And I feel like this show doesn't explain things very much often. And I'm scared at the fact that they might not even explain every question that's on my mind right now. Because there's a lot that I want to understand. And I'm not sure it's gonna. And even if it's gonna be like 6 months from... Not even. Yeah, like 7-8 months from now. When season 3 airs, which people have said that apparently it's gonna be on the 27th of June because it would be fitting. But I don't know about that. Like, nobody actually has like a confirmation, I think. But let's say that it airs on that date. It's gonna be like over half a year from now. So, dude, I'm just trying to wrap my head around that implication because here's the thing, dude. Like, we saw how long was this fucking episode, dude? How long was? Oh, I also need to stop the recording. I forgot. I'm sorry about that. Okay. How long was this fucking episode? Yeah, like 50 minutes, 52 minutes, or whatever. The first, like, if it's 52 minutes, the first 51 might not have even mattered. I mean, they do, right? But the thing here is that many of the things that we see in the show, you are not surprised about because you know they're gonna happen. Because that's kind of the point of the show. I'm not surprised at the fact that the apocalypse is happening, or that Clausen caused it, because I already knew it was gonna happen. And you get to see the entire journey through there, and it's like, oh, this is definitely how it's gonna go down. And it was. But then, fucking parallel universe Martha shows up with a fucking turf bangs, and it's like, what? That one is one that you cannot predict. Like, that is one that you cannot know it was going to go down. You cannot know that one was going to go down, that one was going to happen. That is fuck you out of nowhere. This show either goes super predictable because you literally know what's gonna happen. There is a literal counter on the episode saying how many episodes until the world ends. Like, you know what's gonna happen. But then just throws the wildest possible shit at you out of nowhere, and it's like, okay, figure it out. And it's like, wait, what? And this is the one that you can't. This is the one that you can't figure out. Okay, here's the thing though, is that I keep thinking is that, so I have the impression that we have multiple timelines, but they're connected. How? Okay, big brain here, and listen to me here. Because younger Jonas was going to die in the apocalypse. Younger Jonas was literally going to die in the apocalypse. But it didn't, because he got saved by alternate universe Martha. If an alternate universe Martha exists, and she saves Jonas, because that's the thing, is that if younger Jonas had died, that would have stopped everything, wouldn't it? Because Adam wouldn't have existed, older Jonas wouldn't have existed, all of this shit wouldn't have happened. Therefore, we good, right? I guess the apocalypse would still have happened because that was outside of Jonah's influence. But like, everything that we've seen thus far wouldn't have happened if younger Jonas had died there in the explosion. Because then older Jonas doesn't exist, Adam doesn't exist, Mikkel doesn't, whatever, the whole thing. If that had happened, that would mean that younger Jonas was predetermined to be saved by alternate universe Martha. Right? This would also mean that older Jonas, as well as Adam, know about alternate universes. Dude, I'm gone. I don't know what's happening anymore. I'm so confused. I don't even know what to theorize. I don't even know what to talk about. Like, a lot of stuff happened this episode. I said it multiple times. This episode, a lot of stuff happens in it. I couldn't care less about it. I'm just like gone in the fucking multiverse sauce now. I don't know anything, and I want to know. But I feel like I need to go and talk about what happened earlier in the episode now, so I'm gonna do that real quick. So first thing that happened in the episode, Charlotte is Elizabeth's mom. We knew this. Elizabeth is Charlotte's mom. We didn't know this. She's Noah's wife, and she fucked him and had Charlotte, who is her mom. What? I'm sorry, what? How does that... What? That is the closest possible paradox that can happen. That is the closest possible fucking paradox that can happen. Because, like, we all talk about the grandfather paradox. Fuck that shit. The mother paradox. No No in between, just one to one, just like infinite loop. Like one is the other is the one, the one is the other is the one. Just like fuck you. That's crazy. God, this episode just didn't give a shit, did it? Like it just said, you know what? Fuck you, viewer. I'm just gonna throw everything out the window. Just like, by the way, I keep saying "fuck you" show, and I keep saying the show stop caring or whatever. I'm not. I don't mean that literally. I feel like some people are gonna take that literally. That's not the case. Okay, like this was good. This was like the best episode of the show so far, um, and I had a lot of fun with it. Which is why I'm like laughing and smiling as I talk about it. Right? It's like it's one of those things where something incredible happens, like actually, literally incredible. You can't believe it's happening, and you go, "Shut up! What?" That is how I feel about this episode. It's just a series of "Shut up! What? No! What? Fuck you! Fuck you! You don't tell me that's real." You know, that's what this episode was. I dude, I don't even know what to talk about. Like I know there's a lot to talk about, and I could just go and watch the entire episode backwards, just like skim through it to see what to talk about. But it's like I'm just so hung up on the main shit. Okay, let's just go from the beginning. I'm just gonna skim through the entire episode, and we're gonna talk about that. So the Elizabeth Charlotte thing, wow, fucking wow, dude. Like I am just wow. I feel like I talked about that already, but it's like, dude, wow. The older, okay, so younger Jonas is like 1 year older. He was being mentored by older Claudia. It seems like he took younger Claudius with him uh, to 2020, where Claudia goes to Regina. Regina was given the photo by Bartosz, and Bartosz told him that Claudia said that she was sorry or whatever. Then Claudia showed up with the Regina. They went both into the bunker because Claudia wants to save Regina no matter what. Um, well, that's weird. Regina was literally on her deathbed because of the cancer. She's one of the few ones that survived because she was in the bunker and everyone else died. You know, um, so that happened. Uh, Clausen fucked everyone. Clausen caused the end of the world because he's a dumb bitch. Like, that's the thing about Clausen. It's that the entire season, it's like, alright, here's a new character, and we're gonna spend time every episode so you can follow him and know what the fuck he's up to. And what he was up to is, like, just snooping around, just like, I wanna know everything. And we do get to see a motivation in the previous episode where it's like, oh, his brother went missing. And then it's like Alexander seems to have killed his brother and taken his identity, so he's on Alexander's ass about it. And then, of course, he goes and searches the plant because he wants to find a cause to just put him behind bars because fuck this guy, you know? But the problem is that he causes the apocalypse in the progress. Like, fuck you. Okay, so older Jonas goes to Martha, and he literally, at gunpoint, makes Martha go to the bunker so she can survive. Martha escapes the bunker. This is later on. Okay, let's go in order. Katharina goes to Jonas's house. She finds the map. She knows where to go. Claudia and Jonas travel. Older Jonas leaves Martha in the bunker and tells her not to leave. She also tells her that all the other Jonas will return, but don't worry about that. Charlotte comes back. She and Waller have a time travel talk. We don't get to see what Waller feels about that. I don't think it matters. He's dead now. Peter and Elizabeth had to go to a bunker because it's the only place people survive. Clausen goes to the fucking nuclear facility. She causes everything. Katharina sees the Mickle book. We see a picture of older Mikkel there. And I'm not sure if that is supposed to be anyone. Is it? I don't think it is. I can just Google fucking Dark now. Because there's no spoilers anymore. I finished the show. I mean, we still have season 3 to go, but season 3 hasn't aired yet, so. Endings and beginnings. No, I don't want a shitty rom-com with a 1.5 star out of 5. Why does this shitty rom-com show up, dude? Show me the dark episode. That's where it's at. Okay, I guess it's nothing. Yeah, the wiki doesn't say anything about it, so. Okay. After that, Jonas shows up. Katharina and Jonas, and older Jonas, have this talk. Whatever. Noah confronts Adam. This is an important thing. Because up to this point, we've seen Noah go through like, oh, Adam is full of shit. He's been lying to me. He's been hiding things from me. He knew where you were all along and all that stuff. And he knew you were gonna die or whatever. So he confronts Adam about it. And he's like, okay, I found the missing pages. Fuck you. Now, gun. And then I actually wanna... Yeah, the gun doesn't shoot. Yeah, it's literally jammed. Like he's trying to make it work, but it doesn't. It's literally JoJo rules. Destiny is an actual entity in this universe, isn't it? Maybe. Because okay, so in making more JoJo reference, but there is an episode called Sleeping Slaves, and it's an episode where there is like the concept of destiny is actually explained a lot. And in the way it's shown, it's like, okay, this thing is going to show how you're going to die and if you're going to die soon. And if it doesn't show up there, you're not going to die. And a character tries to fucking kill a dude with a gun. And he puts a bullet. He puts 2 bullets. Plays Russian roulette. Shoots the guy 4 times. They all miss. And the next bullet, the gun jams. And it's like, see? It's destiny that I don't die here yet. So I'm not gonna. And it's like, holy shit. We're working on JoJo rules. We're working on destiny. Because then Agnes shows up. Agnes joins the fucking Adam sect or whatever. She takes the gun from him. She literally does boom. Immediately. Just like, no problem. Unless she's the one that jammed the gun and knew how to unjam it or whatever. That could be a thing. Maybe it's not JoJo rules. I'm just excited for JoJo references right now. But maybe it's not like that. Noah gets killed by Agnes. After Adam shows him, your granddaughter is your wife. How about that? How about that? So, okay, then we get to see Martha. She's in the bunker, like a portal thing opens, whatever. Wait a second. Martha's was in the bunker room, and we saw, like, the particles show up. Then it cut away. And then the next time we see Martha, she's just standing in the bunker looking at the papers. And Peter comes in and she's like, wait, what? And nothing else happens, right? And then she runs away from here. If I was Peter, I would have tried harder. I would have just been like, bitch, the world's gonna end, you're gonna stay here. Be a responsible adult, Peter. Whatever the case, yeah, we saw Martha. Particle showed up in the bunker, and I'm actually gonna look at that scene again because it's weird. Like, the particles happen because Jonas connects past and future or whatever by opening the thing again in the caves, right? And Martha sees it because in the bunker, that is the closest possible connection to it. But the fact that we cut away from that scene, there was like no resolution to that scene, and then the next time we see Martha, she's just like standing there or whatever. Is there a possibility that Martha might have walked in there or whatever, and she created like an alternate version of herself, which is the one that we see at the end of the episode? That is a fuck you wall theory, by the way. That is a fuck you wall theory, but I'm gonna throw it anyway. I guess, yeah, Jonas explains that the passage has been opened again to Katharina. Katharina runs to the caves, because of course. Bartosz and Magnus and Franziska say, yeah, fuck Jonas. Jonas and Claudia arrive to 2020. Jonas says, I'm gonna go find my mom and Martha, and Claudia has to go to the bunker with Regina. Franziska gets a text message to go to the bunker. They ignore it. Waller and Charlotte drive to Clausen, about to fuck up the world. Regina is just talking to the police, seeing if Alexander can be released. And Claudia just comes in. 87 Claudia, alive Claudia, just shows up and goes like, hey, what up? I'm your mom. And she has this moment with Regina saying like, please, you gotta come with me. I'm sorry I left you. I didn't mean to, whatever. And they just have an emotional moment. Jonas was ready to kill younger Jonas, I think. I'm pretty sure that's what he tried to do. No. You know what he was trying to do? He was ready to kill Adam. That's what he was gonna do. Well, I guess younger Jonas too, I guess, but it was trying to kill Adam. Because if Adam shows up and he kills him, then he won't kill Martha, which is what younger Jonas already went through. That gives foot to the idea that all of this shit is connected. Like even the fact that we have parallel universe, apparently they're both connected to each other. Because younger Jonas survives because he got saved. Like Adam exists because younger Jonas survived. And the reason why younger Jonas survived is because of alternate universes. Therefore, alternate universe are canon to the original storyline. So that it was meant to happen. Like, the fact that we have multiple universes doesn't change the fact that the timeline is specific and it has to go in a specific route. That is a weird-ass rule. That is a weird-ass rule. Why are we doing multiverse followed by single timeline? That is weird because, like, it's not one timeline that diverges. It's just, no, multiple single lines that just travel individually and they never converge, they never diverge, they just do their own thing, but they're different. Wow, okay. I was not expecting that. Okay, so Noah shows up, younger Noah shows up, talks to Jonas and gives him a letter from Martha. And then Jonas goes, no, impossible, it can't be, Masaka. You know? He looks like super distressed too, so it's something that is definitely news to him. I don't know what that is about, but it had to be something so fuck you shocking for him to believe the bad guy, or like the agent of the bad guy, Noah, you know? So he reads that and Noah tells him like, yeah, that's right. You gotta save Bartosz, Franziska, and Magnus. And then I also need to live as well as Agnes. This loop is closed so the next one can begin. As the prophecy dictates. Whatever. And so Martha can live. You must save them. Wait, what? I need to know. What does it say? Okay, that's the letter. Skip ahead. Bartosz, Magnus, and Franziska. And later me and Agnes. Why Agnes, though? I mean, Agnes is definitely going to come into play. We saw her a little bit here. But I guess she's going to become more of a character in season 3, maybe. Later, me and Agnes. So I guess back in 21, maybe not even 21. Maybe not even. So if we went backwards from 21, 33 years, how much would that be? So minus 21, that would leave 12 years. So 98, 88. So 1888, right? 1888. If they go to 1888, then they can create the cult or whatever, the Sigmundus thing, to 21, right? Like, older Jonas has gone in this predetermined path to become Adam, and like it feels like this is what causes it. But what causes it? Like, what was in that letter? Like, it has to be some kind of information that. So, high chance that it's just a lie, just a straight up lie. But the fact that they just didn't tell us makes me believe that it might be true, but I just don't know what it is because they didn't tell me. So, apparently, he has to save Bartosz, Franziska, and Magnus, and later Noah and Agnes, so Martha can live. I'm not sure how those are connected, but okay, sure. Let's take your word for it, show. Let's take your word at face value and just say okay. I'm not sure what that is about, but like Jonas like ran away. He just grabbed the time machine and just ran away. I gotta save him. And like we know that they survived because we've seen Magnus and Franziska, and there is the stipulation that Bartosz was Noah's mentor as well. Man, Bartosz gets a rough deal, dude. Bartosz gets fucked, man. Bartosz gets fucked. And I didn't even feel bad about it because Bartosz is not a particularly great character, great person either. It's kind of a fuckboy, honestly. Colossus Cause the Apocalypse, we get to see... Okay, so... Elizabeth walks to the nuclear facility, and then fucking Adam puts on the suit. Peter and Elizabeth are working in the bunker, and then Claudia and Regina walk in, and he realizes you're Claudia. Katerina goes to the caves. Waller and Charlotte show up to the nuclear plant to try to stop Klaus, and they fail. Younger Jonas shows up in the house at the same time that Martha shows up in the house. And they just go kissing, kissy, you know. This relationship is complicated. Then the devil himself, Adam, shows up. And he's like, things just go on a predetermined path. Doesn't matter what I do or what any of us do. We always do the predetermined thing. And he's like, I'm going to show you what causes me to become myself, just ensuring it. And he just pulls out a gun and he points it at Jonas, and I'm like, he's gonna shoot Martha. And then it's like, beep, boom, and kills Martha. So that's fucked up. And then he walks to the calendar and does the circle, and it's like, oh, fuck you, you know? So Martha just dies in Jonas's hand. Clausen opens the lid to the nuclear waste. A portal shows up. And I assume it happens because of a lot of things happening at the same time. Like, Elizabeth is also opening in the future, in the exact same spot. Like, exactly 33 years into the future, because it's the same day, I would assume. Like, Katharina goes to, like, the conversions thing and actually opens it. after Jonas had opened it, like Jonas made it so it opened again, and then Katharina went to it and opened the door and saw a light, and I assumed that that's what caused the shit to just explode, like the portal to actually open, because there is a connection, right? Time travel connection is happening. Um, and then a straight up portal opens from 53 to 2020, and Charlotte sees Elizabeth, and Elizabeth sees Charlotte, which is simultaneously both each other's moms and daughters, which is fucked. And they just walk to each other, and then they go and then they touch through the like the portal thing, which is the exact same thing that Jonas did back in season 1. Jonas and Helga did, I think. And they do that, and then shit blows up. You know, the giant dome, black dome, shows up over the plan. Well, it's showing up before, and then by the time they touch, everything blows up. Uh, older Jonas, older Jonas is saving. He got to Bartosz, Magnus, and Franziska, and he's like, "I gotta save you." And then he opens the time machine and he's gonna take them away before everything blows up. And then it blows up when Charlotte and Elizabeth touch, and it's just like, all right, there we go. Jonas, younger Jonas, is looking at Martha's corpse, and then another Martha shows up from an alternate universe, pulls out an alternate universe traveling machine, and then they travel, away as the house blows up, right? I want to see this again. Yeah, just blows up, and they disappear, and that's it. That's the end of the episode. Fuck you, show. That is such a raw end. Even the final shot. The final shot is just the house, like the wave touching the house, and it hard cuts. It's like it's like 1 second, and it hard cuts, and it's like, wow, that is raw. That is fucking raw. Okay, dude, I don't even. I'm gone. I'm gone, dude. I don't know what to say. It's one of those things where it's like it's an even more fuck you ending than the previous one. Because in the previous season, where we're operating on time travel and mystery and drama, right? And at the end, we get to see some bullshit happening, and then Jonas. The reveal of the previous season of the final episode was that Jonas was Jonas, like older Jonas was Jonas, and then he like explains that things need to happen in a specific order to ensure that they keep happening, or whatever, so that he can exist, you know. And then he's like, but, and he does the thing when he collapses the things, the tunnels. But then, yeah, and then younger Jonas touches the thing with Helga or whatever, and then he gets transported to the future. So he's in the future now, and at the end of episode stinger for the finale of season 1 was "Welcome to the future," you know, like. And everything looks great. It's post-apocalyptic, it seems like. So it's like, okay, we have that. Welcome to the future. This one is not a welcome to the future. It's like, fuck you. Multiple universes. Multiverse is happening. It's like, oh my god. Okay, I'm gone, dude. Like, I don't know what to say. I don't know what's happening anymore. And I'm not gonna know until season 3 airs, right? So I'm just gonna sit here and I'm just gonna be like, yep, that's an episode. That's a show. That's a season. Fucking wow, dude. Okay, I'm definitely going hard on the thing of like, the multiverse actually make, okay. Even though there is a multiverse, the rules are still single timeline because of the fact that Jonas survived, and if the other Martha hadn't showed up, Jonas wouldn't have survived, so nothing would have happened because Adam wouldn't have happened because he would have died. So the fact that the alternate universe Martha showed up and saved him is part of the timeline. Like, that is actually something that was supposed to happen. And yeah, and older Jonas knows it, and Adam knows it, and all that stuff. So yeah, that's it. Uh, I think we're done. I don't know for how long I've been talking about this shit. Like, I know my voice is. It's not. It hasn't been that long, but it's still like, yeah, like, boy. Okay. I think I'm done then. I'm just gonna go and I'm just gonna eat something. I'm hungry and I'm just gonna. Yeah, Dark's over at least until season 3. I'll do this again when season 3 starts. But until then, I'm just gonna do something different. And actually, I think I've decided on what show to do. It's gonna be a surprise though. Yeah, I wanted to say it, but then it's like, nah, I'm not gonna. But there will be a show replacing Dark next week. It's a short show. It's a very short show. Because I actually want to do a short show, and then I'm gonna figure out what else to do. You know, I think doing shorter shows is better. It's just overall better. You know, people interested in that show are gonna show up, and then we can move on to something else. Like, we can do that one real quick in like a month, a couple months, and then we can move on to something else. Sure. So I'm gonna do a short show, and that's gonna be it. Some of you might like it, some of you may not. But you'll see next week. Alright, everyone. Thank you so much for watching this reaction to Dark Finale. Fuck, this show is fun. If you would like to see whatever the fuck I'm doing next, feel free to check out Patreon. You can also like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. Check out the links in the description. And I'll just see you next time, okay? Take care.